Greetings, gamers. Kevin and Kyle here with some more Doom action, because that is our whole quest today, apparently, to keep on adding to this mix. And we decided to go a mobile Doom route. This is really the only mobile option you had back in the day. I actually purposely bought this back in college so I could have Doom between classes to kill some time. And I remember it being a pretty impressive port at the time on the actual Game Boy Advance I was playing. So it's going to be a little bit skewed because we're using a Game Boy player to play this game, so keep that in mind while we're playing this. So even though it's going to be stretched a bit because this was intended for a mobile screen, keep in mind. Yeah. Have you ever played this one?
Nope, never.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So we're going off my old memory on a small screen. We're going off you never, so this will be an interesting racket. Well, better time than the start, so I'm going to go straight into it. Well, from the get-go, I can notice we can at least pick all the episodes. That's nice. Already beating the Super Nintendo there. And that is something really interesting.
Wow, no
ultra-violence.
Yes.
Well, we can't let the fans down. We got to try to keep this as consistent as possible. So I guess we're doing Nightmare. Let the good times roll. All right, straight from the get-go, it's looking like... It's like the 32X, but blockier.
Big fat block.
I mean, you ever wondered what Doom looked like if you made it in Legos? I think this is it.
Now, for a Game Boy Advance, since it's smaller, is it easier to see when it's, not as blown up?
Yeah, I think the detail wouldn't be as blocky if we were actually on a Game Boy Advance, so it's kind of not a fully fair shake for this game. Since we're doing it on such a big screen, we're stretching it out.
You just get hurt from falling.
Yep, got hurt from falling. That's interesting, because Doom don't do that. So there's an added one. I didn't even notice that. Wow, good call. Yeah, I literally got hurt from falling, it seems like. Let me try that again. What do we do? I was like running up here?
Yeah.
Okay, it's B to run, so let's just... Oh, he just made the noise, but he didn't get hurt. Okay, we confirmed it.
Sound effect.
You're not getting hurt, it's just the sound effect that you fell, which is kind of weird because they don't have that normal Doom. You just fall, right?
Yeah, or they would use that
Yeah, or
Yeah.
Not like you
the
got
hurt
hit.
one.
And there's another thing. Apparently Nintendo doesn't like red blood. So
Predator.
Let's make everything green, which kind of fits because Doom was originally supposed to be an alien game, right?
Yeah, it was. Absolutely it was.
Alright. Boy, this is like real blocky 32X. With green blood. And the bodies are disappearing, but the guns are staying. See?
Yep, yeah.
So there you go.
Like a GoldenEye.
Yeah, the bodies
007.
are not sticking around. Now, in the Super Nintendo one, didn't the bodies stick around?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, when we posted that video, I don't know if you got to see in the comments, a guy pointed out something really good that we didn't notice in that video, that the weapons, like here, the clips and the shotguns and that, they weren't there in the Super Nintendo. You were walking over the bodies to get them. There just was no items.
Oh, they're like inside the guy.
He said that's something that he noticed that we didn't. And I'm like, man, good eye when you caught
for real.
that. So
good eye is right.
We appreciate all the viewers because all these differences that we can see, there's still things that we're missing. So it's pretty interesting to see what everybody notices about the game that's a big Doom fan.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, this is like...
Yeah. Someone's up there. I can't see who.
Yeah, I'm just... To tell you the truth right now, I'm just shooting from memory. I'm not even really seeing what's going on up there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the other advantage that we're constantly doing the same first episode, so we do have an idea of what should be there, which kind of helps with these ports. The controls I have to compliment. I'm actually using a Hori GameCube player pad that's specifically designed to play Game Boy Advance games through the GameCube, this controller, and it is a very nice one. And the reason I got this one is because of the bumpers on top are just like a Super Nintendo, and as you can see in this one, check it out, you can actually go in a circle. You're strafing in a circle in this one.
Buddy.
You could not do that on the Super Nintendo, or a lot of those, not even the Jaguar, no circle.
And that can't be a cheap date these days.
Oh no, these anything Hori is never cheap. That's back in the day.
And they make really good.
Like Hori and Nintendo were like best friends behind the scenes and just made awesome stuff for each other.
A lot of Famicom stuff.
Yeah. Now, this is...
they don't explode.
Yeah, and I noticed no gibbing.
No.
Well, there's no reason to give because the body's going to disappear after a while, see? Now it's just all ammo laying there because they all disappeared. That really takes away from me. I mean, people are like, oh, it's less violent to not have the bodies and that. You know, it's kind of like a checkpoint system. I mean, without that body, there's our favorite thing. No transparency.
That's a great point because you can't see where you've been. Plus, it's just nice to check your work every once in a while.
Definitely.
You know
like,
you've
enjoy the fruits of your labor. Enjoy it.
Exactly.
Now the controls, I'll say the frame rate's definitely better than the 3DO.
Now Nightmare in computer, they always respawn.
Yeah, and that's another good point. Since this Nightmare is basically the ultra violence for it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I don't know why they cut it out. Probably, which is kind of silly. Why didn't they just cut out Nightmare since they obviously can't do Nightmare? You know what I mean?
And plus, it's misleading because people who played Doom.
If this was if this was the first time for somebody playing Doom, I don't know why this would be their first time, but it could happen.
Unless they like the blood dripping font.
Yeah.
About that, you know.
Yeah. They're like, oh, it's Nightmare, and nothing's respawning, which a normal Nightmare situation, I believe it's every 7 or 8 seconds.
And everything's fast. I mean,
everything's
turbo,
super fast.
Like, insane.
So I'll pass it off Kyle style. Not too bad. It's kind of hard on the eyes, though, with all that blockiness.
How do you strafe?
The bumpers on top.
Oh, cool.
And actually, run is B.
Okay.
And it's also your use button is B. I couldn't tell you yet because I was just playing. I should have rattled off the codes. Well, did pretty good on that one. Not exactly the best timing, but got all hundreds out of the way.
And you shoot with...
And shoot is A. Yep. Yeah, because actually on there, and they give you actually a save option,
that.
so go down to the last slot, and then just hit the shoot button, I think, A. And then we'll save it there. So, we'll have a save at least.
Okay.
Now, take a look. Now, another thing that I'm noticing is the music's completely wrong. This is level 3's music.
Yeah, they...
And I forgot because I was shooting something in the first level. I noticed that was level 2's music.
That's never been done
How did
before.
that get overlapped wrong? Somebody's like, oh, we don't like level 1's music. We're going to start here.
Yeah, you wonder what the hell was with the first level. Yeah, against the first
I
level.
mean, the music's accurate, but it's not on the right level. And it makes you wonder, are they going to recycle the first player's music somewhere? And that green blood just really throws it off. This is the most challenge you've had for an imp here.
Yeah.
I hope you survive it.
This guy doesn't like me.
There we go. Well, he'll disappear. So no gibbing. Bodies are disappearing. It also has that Super Nintendo, check out the health, 041.
Oh yeah, I got the
They're
0.
putting the leading zeros in there, which is kind of weird.
This thing's back.
Yeah, that's back. This is like, I always call like the 32X version, because it's the earliest I've seen this like version of Doom. Yeah, they messed up the music, they messed up this. There's a lot of inaccuracies here. Where surprisingly the other ports are actually at least accurate.
I guess the figure is for Game Boy Advance, so it's like, you know.
They're like, who's gonna notice? It's for mobile people. It's people on the go we don't care about, apparently. But another thing that kind of doesn't give this game an excuse, this one came out much later than all those ports. They had plenty of time to do it correctly. So were they just lazy? Was there a limitation? I think the Game Boy Advance could easily have handled the correct music and some red blood option.
Yeah, it's weird about the green blood for sure. Predator blood.
And, I mean, even though that it's this blocky, it's still not as blocky as maybe you'd think from, keep in mind you're stretching such a small screen on here.
That's the thing.
Now, how's the feel and the frame rate for you?
The controller's nice.
Well, yeah, the controller's nice.
Very nice. The feel as far as the game goes, it's stiff as always. I mean, without a mouse, it's always going to be tough for me. I don't know. The mouse is the magic of the whole, like, how Doom has been ported to Z-Doom and Xandrodom, and how you can use the mouse now. It's just such a beautiful thing.
Just shows the archaic times that we had to deal without.
Yeah.
Oh, now that's a nice mess of just guessing.
But for what it is, it's fantastic. I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, I will say it's, so far everything's beaten the 3DO. As far as frame rate. I haven't seen anything worse than that yet. And I'm going to love to go back and compare this to the Super Nintendo one, because I want to say they're about the same resolution.
It looks, yeah.
About just as blocky.
Block.
And I think this screen's actually a little bit bigger.
Block hell.
The Game Boy player can actually stretch it a little bit bigger than that one. because we have a little bit of a black border, but not as bad as the other one. So, but it definitely helps. The reason I want to go with this controller is because that's more fair to the Game Boy as how the controller actually is, because you'd have the 2 bumpers on top for the Advance. You'd have the 2 buttons,
which is great.
And I didn't know if there was the option. We don't always check it, but if you actually hit select, you have a map in this one. And another thing that's pretty cool about it, I think if you hit like the bumper, you can turn follow mode on in your map and turn it off with your bumper like that.
And that means
Isn't that slick? So a lot of them always were just in follow mode, the ones that we did before, and it just forced you. You didn't have that option to actually look on the map. So that's actually a plus for this one over the others. But it is kind of interesting. I want to say, didn't the original Doom, they wanted to keep, like, Baron of Hell, for instance, has, like, a pool of green blood around him. They wanted to have different blood colors for different monsters, but they just made it all red because of maybe a limitation or something.
Yeah, like, well, when Baron gets hit, there's red blood.
Yeah, but when he dies, it's all green.
Because his body's green, so it's just, like, sludged.
Okay, it just looked like there would be green blood to me because of the way it was set up. That would have been kind of a cool add-on in Doom with, like, you know, like the Hell Spawn was, like, green blood, or like,
yeah, it's just something about red blood that...
And then red blood on...
just so right.
The soldiers make sense, because they're like zombies.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, if blood's gonna be in it, it's
yeah.
It's the whole Mortal Kombat.
Go with the popular
color. The whole
color.
Mortal Kombat blood code, like, goes back to that.
That's true.
People turn that on because they just wanted to see blood spray.
That's true.
It's something in our carnal minds.
I will say the music's accurate, it's just not on the right level.
That's a weird caveat.
That's the first time we've seen that problem.
Definitely needs to be noted.
And it's always like music with this game. It's either horrible, missing, not on the right level. I mean, don't get me wrong, isn't music one of the easiest things just to do on a game? Here, put the music on it, that's it.
That's where you wonder, like, what the reasoning was. Like, you wonder what happened.
If I'm rushing this port or what?
If somebody's hated the song, or if there was some legal thing that...
Or it's just somebody that didn't know Doom very well was the one in charge of porting it.
Sure.
Or didn't care. They're like, oh, it's Doom, whatever, just make it work. Throw some music in there, they won't notice.
Yeah, who's to say it could be so many things?
Too many.
That's what's interesting, though. The boxes are like bright neon green.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, there's an impy.
There's your favorite spot to test.
Yeah,
you have to shoot it on this one,
yes,
so at least they got that more accurate to the PC. Yeah. That's so funny. We've seen it wide open. We've seen it where you have to normally open it, and now we've seen the shoot of it. So, seen every flavor out there. And you know what? That's another funny point on this one. There's so many things that are more accurate on this version, and then things that were accurate on other ports are not on this one. Like the music, obviously.
It's such a cornucopia of weirdness.
It's like... Yeah. Because this is my theory on it. Obviously, this is kind of a universal port that was just slapped together on different platforms. Because it's got the same level design for the most part, and it's like whatever they wanted to fine-tune. And it looks like they fine-tuned a couple things and just left the rest there. So, oh, that's the fun one. I forgot. That's a trick. If you want to actually change the weapons, how do you like this?
Okay.
You hold both bumpers in. Hold both bumpers in. And up and down. Up and down while you hold both in. How cryptic do you get for that?
So you can do up or down.
Yeah, up or down at least, but you have to hold both your strafe buttons in. Because keep in mind, you had a Game Boy Advance. You got 2 bumpers, you got B and A, and you have the D-pad. That's it, and start and select. Or maybe just start on a Game Boy Advance.
That's
right?
super.
Is there start and select? Yeah, there's start and select. Never mind.
A lot of people are sitting there trying to figure that out.
Yeah, that's what totally threw me off on that.
Especially if you find the game loose in the wild.
Now keep in mind, this one has more buttons on it because it's the Hori GameCube controller. It's got all the buttons a GameCube controller would have on it, which is more than what a Game Boy Advance would have. So with the repetitious buttons, it's just like select is also a few other buttons on there. It's just remapped, so. But the feel is as accurate as you're going to get for a Game Boy Advance. That's for sure. Now, another interesting thing about the Game Boy Advance player, I was doing a little bit of homework. I noticed there was a forum, and it seemed very, very reputable. They really knew their stuff when it came to, it was dedicated to like GameCube player. I don't know which one it was. I didn't read some of them. There's actually it's not 100% accurate for like speed and timing. Even Nintendo's Game Boy Advance player. Like the problem with the original Super Game Boy that you have for Super Nintendo, the clock speed is slower than it actually is on a Game Boy. So they corrected it when they made Super Game Boy 2 in Japan, which we never got. Which also Super Game Boy 2 in Japan has the expansion port so you can play multiplayer games even, which is a great add-on that we missed out on. So as I was saying, there is such a fan base, they made a CD, a new Game Boy player CD that you can use, that you would burn like their ISO, and it corrects the problems for the Nintendo one.
Cool.
But the problem with that is you have to mod your GameCube to read burn discs. That's a whole nother thing. There are other ways around it that I'm aware of. There's like SD card loaders, and you know what, when you're getting to such a science problem, just to get a game to load, that's where it really turns it off for me. I just want to pop the thing in and go. But those options are out there. I'm not using that disc, I'm using what Nintendo gave us back then, so to give this one maybe a pinch of an argument, it's not dramatic, it's more some games than others with the speed, but it's slightly slower. It's like the purists are going to argue. And I believe actually the brightness levels they say are definitely a good thing to know that it's out there, that there's no enthusiasts that are out there to correct all the issues with everything.
It gets that crazy.
It's just starting to get
cool.
scary. It's like, man, Nintendo made this themselves and they still messed it up. And no elevator.
Yeah, and no imp either.
No imp, no elevator. Nice. Probably clean house in this one.
It's funny when you put Nightmare at first, I was like, oh shit. It's like, really, it's just ultra-violence.
It's just ultra-violence. Oh, there we go. You gotta hit to the right. And then
hit the button. Look at
now
that.
We know, gotta hit to the right.
Okay.
There, because we didn't save the last one. Confirm? Yes. Okay, we're gonna save these, because we don't have to go all the way back if not. Alright, well, we're still playing better than normal. And this is on Nightmare. Well, Game Boy Advance's Nightmare. Let's see. This is just such a mess. Oh, we at least have demons here. Oh, was it Super Nintendo that didn't have demons?
Spectres?
Yeah. They didn't even have demons there in the beginning.
They changed it.
Yeah, they're just missing completely. Running a little bit. A little bit of speed going here. Because it definitely does have a little choppiness to it. It's not as bad as what we've been playing. I'd put this one choppiness level a scotch above the 32X. Just a scotch. It ain't no 3DO. It's definitely better than the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, it shows the...
But the Jaguar, I think, was smoother.
It shows the further technology by this time to get what was on those consoles.
Yeah, and this, keep in mind, I think this port was in the 2000s, so this has been around for a while when they did this port. There we go. There goes all our green friends.
And I can only guess a lot of kids have Game Boy Advance, that's why they make it.
Yeah, Nintendo always like to do their little differences on there, to put their spin on it for... I really don't think green blood makes it much more family-friendly over red, but...
Their PG spin, if you will.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it. I mean, blood is blood to me. If anything, it's just kind of confusing to people. It's like, green.
I mean, the only good thing about the PG spin is you can play it with, you know...
Supposedly
anybody.
Supposedly.
And they're not going to be offended. But.
I didn't know red blood offended people. I kind of feel offended that it's green. Probably a truth. I don't think they helped everybody.
I know.
Oh, we're getting to one of my favorite points to see the draw distance when we get up higher in the level. See how blocky that's going to be.
Yeah, this is always classic.
Because this is a big challenge for all of them when we did this.
See if we can
you
tell,
line
like,
this right up. Oh my.
There we go.
That is just beautiful there.
Heaven, yes.
My goodness, that is blockier than I'd say even the Super Nintendo. Okay, that's interesting. If something's kind of wiggling over there, I'm just going to shoot at it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Can't even see that fireball coming at me until it's like in my face.
We'll hit it eventually.
Okay.
There's our buddy up there.
Yeah, if I go
impy.
How's the aim for up high? That's kind of hitting him. Not the best. Not the best. There we go.
Guy on the right. Bam. Should be a demon. And
now, wasn't there one we were playing that was missing a lot of barrels? Because this one's got all the barrels, it seems like, at least. I remember one of the ports, I don't remember which one, the barrels are like missing a lot.
Yeah.
I remember because we got robbed of the barrel in our favorite spot in the beginning of this level.
Yeah, it's the best barrel
Was that
ever.
the Super Nintendo one? Might have been Super Nintendo.
Maybe.
There's so many, they're all like blended in.
It was one of the more recent ones, so yeah. Probably.
I think it's Super Nintendo. If you guys want to find out, we can easily go see that.
So the light didn't turn off here.
No, that seems like the light was always on. Yeah, you're right. See, because I'm crossing right over. And actually, before I even did that, I think I grabbed the key before that even triggered. I walked over it again to trigger it. So it's not even that sensitive on this one.
Oh.
So the lighting is jacked. That's green blood's jacked.
Yeah, it's
The only thing that's really saving this one from anything for me is that it really was, at the time this came out, the only feasible mobile version out there. There really wasn't there weren't phones powerful enough to do it like we have today at this time. You had Game Boy Advances. I don't think the PSP was out yet. And even if it was, I think you'd have to hack it to put Doom on it. They didn't ever make Doom for PSP, which is a shame. Put that on PSP. Heck, put that on the Vita. If that's even downloadable, I don't know. I don't have a Vita, unfortunately, to consider.
You should keep updating it.
Yeah, I mean, Doom's kind of like... Yeah, Doom's like a classic that you just put on anything. It's like something that you can just enjoy. They should definitely have accessible options.
Especially when they're downgrading it, that just shows the demand.
Yeah, and actually I want to say, well, the Super Nintendo did support, if you did it through the satellite X-Band, you could do deathmatch and co-op.
That's cool.
Or maybe it was just deathmatch. I don't think it did co-op. I think it was just deathmatch. Okay. This one, I think, does deathmatch and co-op, which is pretty cool because it was for Game Boy.
It should,
hopefully. If you had a link,
yeah.
If you had a link cable, you're in good shape. And unfortunately, I didn't know anybody at school when I had this.
And 2 cards.
Yeah, and you need 2 GBAs, 2 cards, and their proprietary cord. It's quite an elaborate setup to have. So
we're working on it.
Yeah, if you did have that, then you could do that option, which is cool to mention for which ports can actually do that.
Yeah.
Because the Atari Jaguar did support multiplayer, but I went the wrong way. Gotta go back up again. But you needed the Atari Jaguar special JagLink cable, and to tell you the truth, I don't think many people have that. That's not a very accessible cable.
Anything Atari Jaguar now is just through the roof, price-wise.
Yeah. Or even finding it.
Blows my mind. That's why it's
I
so
still
rare.
can't find that Pro controller to save my life.
It's gone up so much.
Yeah. Just a matter of finding one, let alone the price.
Exactly.
Hold on a minute, everybody. I gotta stop and change my weapon. Hold in both buttons. Hit the up and down.
It's the 1+ to the Jaguar.
Yeah, definitely. I really like that. That was awesome on the Jaguar.
It's a good segue there,
Yeah. So, with the Jaguar version, you had that link ability. 32X definitely didn't. They didn't even have all the levels. And 3DO, no. That didn't support anything that I'm aware of that you could play between 2 3DOs. Heck no. That thing couldn't even play single player, let alone multiplayer. Such an abomination of a port. I think we're pretty biased already, of which we are going to be voting on the worst. Alright, that's definitely my vote. I think Kyle's still picking 32X because that one makes him spew. We're going to have to convince him that throwing up is better than playing the 3DO version.
Inside size 20.
Yep, that's right. Let's see. Oof, we got some guys here. Oh, gotta change my weapon because that's looking so fast. This is more blocky and pixelated than an NES game.
I want to see what it looks like when it's tiny. Yeah, I'm really curious.
I'm thinking tiny might be a good way to show it off too.
What's important about this is that you can actually pull this off.
Yeah.
That I love.
No, that's cool. At least you can play it. And that's what that was my problem back in the day when they had mobile games. I was always like, man, it's great if you're on the go, but what if you want to continue to play at home a mobile game? You just sit in a chair in the corner with your little mobile device. I want to play it on the big screen.
Yeah, and here's what's cool. You can watch this video and you can actually shrink your window
Yep.
to small. Maybe.
That's right. Maybe it'll look better.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
That's just how, yeah.
Yeah, lower the resolution.
It's like when you take a bitmap
Hey, they got the guys here.
and you increase it, it pixelates it.
Which
Yep.
version was it? Had like a Super Nintendo had a red
Nintendo
door and no.
That was a bizarre one. They didn't have the invisibility, by the way. I don't know if that's because of the difficulty or it's not in at all.
I don't think there's anything invisible in this one. They just cut that out.
Yeah.
All the guys disappeared. So it's kind of funny that these common spots all have their own like flavor to it. None of them stay very consistent at all. And that noise when you fall, it's like you stepped in the green ooze. That noise it's making.
Yeah, it's like they didn't have enough
So
sound effects
that's
to go
not
around.
Accurate. Not accurate at all. Alright. Well, I definitely didn't get 100% because I'm not doing the non-recommended Romero level, so it's all you, Kyle. We are doing better, though.
Yes.
Is this one a little bit easier?
I don't want to say too much too quick, but it's not too bad. Not watching it.
Yeah. This is the level where we usually start struggling for whatever reason. But I'm really betting on the controller helping us out here, because I think this controller is really helping a lot.
Well, it feels nice.
Because for me, every time that I've been having problems with these different ports, even when I look back at our videos, I was pretty much pointing out the controller was a limitation, or something in the controls. Because when I look back, Sega Genesis controller is not the best thing to be using. 3DO definitely, even it has bumpers, but the 3DO's problem was actually the frame rate. The controller wasn't that bad, but the frame rate was so awful, that's what was killing me in that one. And then when you go to the Super Nintendo, yeah, Super Nintendo controller is awesome, but guess what? You can't strafe in a circle. It does that stiff strafe, left, right only. And that's what really messes things up. See, isn't that being able to strafe in a circle?
You see that axis? Yeah. See, when I have a mouse, I can do that like nothing.
Exactly, and you can do it like nothing with this one, and that's kind of what's saving us now.
Right.
It's almost like a make or break for me. If you can strafe in a circle in your port of Doom, I'm down with you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But if you can't, then I'm going to be suffering like I was in the 32X and even the Jaguar, because you can't do that one in a circle.
No, that's a huge point, and really with the mouse, it's worlds apart, which is hopefully what will end up getting the PC somehow.
Yeah, one of these days. We got so many more ports to go through.
That's really the shit.
We know the premium. We're going through anything that ain't premium.
That's the silver donut.
Yeah. Yeah.
Home Alone quote.
Nice. That's silver tuna, not donut.
Is that what he said?
Silver tuna. Because he's like, silver tuna tonight, Marv.
That's awesome. It's like those songs you hear and you think they say one thing.
Yeah, and then they don't.
They say another. There's a whole show on that.
Yeah, like Blitzkrieg Bop. It sounds completely like something else. I remember hearing that in Vacation, the movie, and I'm like, are they saying what I think they're saying? Let's get... I'm like, no.
Oh, shit.
It's Blitzkrieg Bop, apparently.
That's a funny thing.
That's the Ramones for you.
That's awesome. I never knew that. I'm so glad you filled me in on that.
I recommend the song. It's very catchy from the time.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Alright. So we're going to get
We're
ourselves
definitely
out
doing...
of here.
We're definitely doing better, and I think it's a combination of better controls in the game and a better controller. It all just falls to the controls. I'm blaming.
I'm digging the controller, for real.
And there's nothing there now on that
they
wall.
took all that
Took
blood.
that away. That's the PG taken away, right?
Unless they're going to make it green.
Yeah, let's just put a green splat on the wall instead. We should at least do that.
That's what I half expected to see, you know?
And it really throws me off that the music is level 5. That's my favorite level, and I'm not looking at my favorite level hearing the music to it, you know? Yeah. I don't know why how can you mess up something as easy as music?
Oh,
it's like somebody's porting a Mario game and they're like making Mario purple. It's like, how do you screw that up?
Yeah, you just wonder like to make music sound like shit on this.
Yeah.
On the first level, or I don't know, because there's so much. Like why they made the bodies disappear, maybe when they were playtesting it, it slowed down too much.
Yeah, that'd be my theory. They probably do that because it's a mobile game and you want to save on It'd be funnier if this had like the swastika and they're so worried about the PG of everything, but they left that in.
You know, I think they really changed it on this. This is where
They really mangled it.
yeah.
It looks just like kind of the chopped ones that we've seen before. I don't think it looks too mangled. See, it looks like 2 lines were taken off. That's about it.
Oh yeah.
It's the same one.
Okay. Not gonna give me this time. Last time it got me. It's a fool's game there twice. Fooled me once.
Yeah, shame on you. But they got you again.
Yeah.
Because there's still more out there.
Gotta get
I
that.
always called that like the Three Stooges because I thought there was like 3 guys there.
That's hilarious.
There you go. Got them out of the way.
It's more like Mo, though. They're all dangerous. Jeez.
Now, when we're looking at, but they did go above and beyond when you look at the ammo for to the bottom right. See, it shows for everything your bullet, shell, rockets. They showed everything there. I believe other versions didn't tell you your ammo until you flip to the gun. Yeah, so that's another addition they did for this one at least.
It's notable.
I'm trying to give as many positives with the negatives. Yeah, I'm trying to balance it out one way or another.
Anything you see,
Got to give it a fair shake here.
just call it out.
I'm just interested to see what everybody else is going to notice that we're not noticing. I'm really out for it.
Oh yeah.
That's what makes it fun. It's always
It
helpful
is.
when you have other people to give you their 2 cents because even while playing, you just start getting used to it and you just assume, yeah, it was like that. But if you're looking at it the first time you're not playing, you're like, hey, it shouldn't look like that.
Strafing's great.
Yeah, it's definitely
Dodging these guys nice.
a world difference better than like holding in a button and then hitting left or right. I'd rather just, you know.
Do you notice there's kind of like a delay too in a lot of those? There's like you
Yeah.
press it and it doesn't immediately.
Yeah, it's slower, the reaction time in there.
Yeah, so there's like a learning curve. He made an imp sound when he died.
Yeah, that's another good point.
I
See,
don't know, it's
you
sad.
caught it, you caught it.
I guess they ran out of. They couldn't have enough sound effects.
It really sounds like sound is a limitation on this one.
Yeah.
But you know what? If you think about it, think of sound being a limitation because you're on a Game Boy Advance cartridge is what I'm getting at. Cartridges always had a hard time. You know, it's not a CD to have all that space for the sound.
It is what it is.
So
yeah.
it's like, you know what? We're just going to have to cut out some sound effects. Apparently throw level 1 out the window for some reason. Their music's just too hip. So
weird, but
takes up too much space, one song.
it could have been.
Of all the songs to take out, why didn't they take out the song from like the bonus level or something? Why would it be initially level 1? Because that just put a sour taste in my mouth. Like, hey, this is missing.
Not only is the bonus level unpopular, but even the song.
Even the song, well, nothing's gonna hold a candle to like the first level song. It's like the most iconic song for Doom.
The whole first episode.
Yeah.
I would say you're right.
Yeah, that one is, and it's stiff competition, but I still got to go back to level 1. It's like saying, what's the most popular Mario music? Level 1 of the original? You know what I mean? What do you compare it to? Not everybody's screaming, oh, I got to hear Mario 2's theme. No, they go for the original.
Everyone and their
first
grandma knows what that is.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the other thing. Like, it's like Mario's just a global treasure.
Now over here, you got to grab your armor and that. Yeah, we're definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that soul sphere in the end.
It's definitely looking more promising. Because I want to say, currently with the ports we've done, the farthest we've been able to get to is level 6.
Yeah.
I don't even remember which one we were on with that one.
Man. One of the earlier ones.
I want to say for some reason, wasn't that possibly like 3DO? It was a 32X. It's got to be like one of those.
32X was so hard, man.
Yeah, you know, it wasn't 32X.
handed to
No,
us.
you're right. You know what? It might have been 3DO, even though I think that's the worst one. It's like the one we got the farthest.
See if I can switch fast. I go to the rocket launcher, but it's not even worth.
No, it's not worth holding 2 buttons in
and then possibly shooting yourself after going through all this hoopla.
And then you like swing into a wall and then shoot it and then you're done.
So that's really what's nice about computer. You can even use the jog wheel and go up or down weapons.
Oh, it's
on
definitely
the mouse.
Definitely a way to go.
Oh yeah, but I'm gonna grab the soul sphere for you here. Can't remember if there's any medipacks that I missed. Damn it. I'm gonna check real quick. Maybe we can get even 200.
We got a straggler.
Yep. 95 percentile.
We should be alright.
Who did I miss? Alright.
There's one right there, Metapack.
Sweet. That's good enough.
That'll do. At least that's an elevator. It's not a one-taker. Now this says supercharge on it, but it's also called a soul sphere. So the item's called a soul sphere, but they say supercharge when you pick it up in all of them?
It's, yeah.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
Just those small details, sometimes I can't remember. It's been so long.
There's a lot of them, yeah. They added the Megasphere in Doom 2, which
was
one of the things aside from the super shotgun and all the awesome bad guys.
Yeah. Doom 2 truly is the best sequel to a game, but man, added everything.
Yeah, no.
Well, we're looking promising. We got good health, we got good armor. Hitting level 5, I lucked out.
Got you hooked.
And we're back. Well, now we get to save. Save away. You are here. And we have a map, which is adding more than there. Wow, I can see that. See that pink blob over there.
Brick walls.
Yeah. Oh.
At the castle door, I can see it. It's
Yep.
double lines this time.
And the wrong music. So this level ain't gonna be the same for me. I'm gonna keep complaining about the music probably the whole video. That's just how important the music is. That's all. They're like, what's Kevin's deal? He won't shut up about the Atari Jaguar and not have music. He's complaining about the music around here. I like music in my games, alright?
You exit Puro.
Yeah. Take a note from Kyle's book and kill these guys down there. There we go. Not that I'll be able to notice because they'll be disappeared by then. Oh man, there's a lot of guys down there.
Cluster muck.
Yeah, it is. It's even muckier with this pixelation. Alright. That's enough of a dent. We should be able to do better. Run down here, activate that. Right there.
A lot of brick in this level.
Yeah, there is.
Like in a castle.
Yeah, it is.
For real.
It's just so brick. I don't know what else to say here, bro.
Right.
Another obvious thing that we can notice is at least it's not like 32X. It's not always the front. It's actually the angles of the guys. You know what I mean? We got that.
Yeah, that's cool.
We got all the angles. I mean, that's probably why it's not as hard because they actually got angles to walk around that just stare at us for in 1 second, keep shooting rapidly.
That's all they can do. Yeah.
There we go. Oof. I saw my own blood was green. It splashed up. Did you see that?
Hilarious.
That's weird. So even my blood is green. Does that mean I'm an
amazing.
alien too? Thought I'm the only human here.
It gets deep here.
Yeah, it gets really deep. We're gonna start considering that.
In the GBA.
Open today. There we go. Take some more armor.
I always love that secret.
Yeah, comes in handy. Especially in deathmatch, I love that secret called "Get that rocket launcher and go." There we go. Look at that mess down there.
Perfect shot though.
Hey, can even see that barrel explode. Definitely need some more ammo. I really feel it's this being able to strafe in a circle. This is what's making it for me. Because I would be really sloppier with the other stiff controls of the other ones.
Yeah, because it's most similar to mouse aiming.
It's like if I could take this controller, plug it in, and have that on the Atari Jaguar, I'd be in good shape.
You saw how I was dodging the last level. I mean,
Yeah.
once you get the run and the dodge,
Yeah, you're good.
man,
Because then you can just wrap around and you actually look like you know what you're doing.
it's like a must-have if you have
Oh,
the
definitely.
Game Boy Advance player for the GameCube.
It really is. I mean, I also have a Wavebird, but I mean, those are really big and clicky on the top.
Wavebirds are still awesome, but yeah,
No, but I mean for like strafing and stuff, it's
Doom
kind of
something.
clicky. So I mean, and keep in mind, all the games are designed for the Game Boy Advance, which aren't big click buttons, they're nice little subtle buttons like this, so you want that feel. And I didn't even know about this controller for the longest time till a few years back, that when I was kind of on a forum and I was like, man, I'm having a hard time with this game. And they're like, well, what kind of controller are you using? I'm like, well, a GameCube controller. What else can you use? They're like, well, this. And I'm like, well, I need one of those immediately.
yeah, for real. Super Nintendo.
Yeah, Super Nintendo.
Like the ergonomic.
Yeah. It's not that the GameCube isn't ergonomic, it's really about the bumpers. Those bumpers are just too, I don't know how to put it, clicky. They're like ding, ding, ding. They're a lot to push in instead of like a subtle quick bump.
Yeah, so. It's like an
event. Hey, they're fighting each other.
Oh, cool.
Heck yeah, these guys actually fight. Now that's braggable for a port. Mm-hmm. I don't think I've seen them fight in a port yet.
Not yet.
This is the first time.
Unless we missed it, I didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't see it. It's probably, I would think the Jaguar would support it because they had all angles of them. And didn't the 3DO possibly? Maybe. That one was just hard to see anything. So, that one's going to be a real test. Ah, there we go. Here's another good classic secret.
It's like a million secrets.
Now this one actually has a radiation suit. I want to say other ones didn't have it. Like the Super Nintendo one I think was missing.
One of them had like 10 medipacks out here. It's like it's so overkill.
Yeah, I gotta say, the radiation suit is not helping this screen. This is making it even worse to look at. Like a baby just vomited green all over the screen. I'm trying to look through it.
This game loves its green.
Yep. Green, green, green. Okay. Now, let's try to get these secrets going. We just want everything. There we go. I want to stay well stocked. See if we can break our record today and actually getting through this episode. We'll see who gets jinxed on who dies first, because we've both been doing that. Oh, come on, I hate that. There we go. It's kind of... I've noticed, like, the walking spaces, just like that one spot with the key and the light, they're not very accurate. Like, I'm sitting on it and it still didn't activate. I'd, like, walk back and forth on it to get it going. So this guy's right in my grill.
Yeah, the triggers.
The triggers are off on this one, definitely. Even the Jaguar, I want to say, had the triggers spot on.
It's programmed in like a hitbox, so it's it must be like bigger.
It's not as sensitive as it should be.
Yeah, or it's smaller. Yeah, one or the other, just something.
There you go.
So that's like a teleporter, I remember. And
yeah, that's a teleporter.
I usually don't even try to go in. That's good for a deathmatch, though.
Yeah, so it warps you right back out here.
It's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Because now that you got the key, you should be able to go through this. There we go. Show some more green blood action. There we go. Shoot at those Legos. You know what? That'd be the coolest thing. Why don't they make Doom Legos? I know I'd buy it. They got Star Wars Legos, Batman Legos. These are my Doom Legos.
I made some out of like 8-bit pixel sprites.
Yeah, that's cool if you do that.
But
just think like making like a 3D Cyber Demon out of Legos.
Oh, dude.
That would be cool. You need a kit for that one. I want to see that.
Dude.
Yeah.
That'd be the one I'd buy.
That'd be all about the Cyber Demon one.
That'd be going on my dresser.
That's going right on the dresser. No time for you, cologne and deodorant.
I'm such a big kid. It's great.
I'm going to put that right in its spot.
Absolutely.
Who needs anything for toiletries? I got to make sure the Cyber Demon looks cool on the dresser.
That's all good, this guy.
Oh, there we go. Man. And you know what? Even though that this is so blocky and like a slurry,
I'm not getting fucking ass.
You know, I'm not getting a headache like I did the 3DO. The 3DO really gave me a bad headache. Like I remember doing my Tylenol maximum strength after that video.
Gotta say some T4s.
Yeah,
I'd be in the works.
It was rough, definitely rough. And this one, even though it's blocky, it's probably because the frame rate's better. I think it was that frame rate was killing me. But ironically, the frame rate was off when it didn't bother you on that one. Of all ones not to bother you.
It's interesting.
Maybe you grew an immunity because you did 32x before and you're like, man, I'm tough now. I survived that. You like train your sea legs to play it.
I'll vouch for that.
Alright. This one was always tough because you got to slide in that little slot. Mm-hmm. Where's my light amplification, Kyle?
Where is it?
None.
It's so bright already.
Yeah, it is kind of bright, but see, it is dimming.
Well, not here. Yeah. Jeez, that guy moves so fast. But yeah, they forgot that.
Hey, it's nightmare mode. He should be moving fast.
Mm-hmm. Theoretically. You just decided to get crazy.
Okay. And, well, maybe because it's nightmare mode, it just seems like these guys take more hits than normal. Like, the imp I'd almost always get in the first shot. I've been shooting those at least twice a piece, it seems like. I've been getting the zombies alright.
I mean, that's the thing about PC, you get that little crosshair now.
Well, yeah, that's,
you do this,
but that's not even the pure way, technically, on PC.
Well, it's not just DOS.
Yeah, that's a Z.
MS-DOS way.
Yeah, I'm all about keeping it old school.
That's what's cool about Brutal Doom, because it makes it harder, too.
Well, Brutal Doom does a whole different. It's like a whole different game. It's like a great modernization of the game. I'd put it as.
Pretty much what I'd play like on the regular.
But I still love the regular classic. It's got its own charm. Forever. It's no different than like playing the original Mario and then enjoying a modern.
Yeah.
You like both, you know.
The MS-DOS is a masterpiece. Always will be.
Definitely. All right. No problem. Level 5. We're looking more and more optimistic here.
Yeah, we gotta save it now.
Don't die. Yeah.
Well, why don't we save it?
Just don't forget when it gets to the save, you gotta hit left or right. Yeah. Kind of crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
There you go. Yep.
So level 23. Damn.
Oh, those are my old saves from college. This is my same
There's a
cart.
lot of levels.
Yeah.
The
I think it's got
episodes.
more. Yeah. I think it's got all 3 episodes. Yeah, because I beat this one all the way through back in the day. I think I got 2 saves because I beat one on Hurt Me Plenty when I first got it, and then I beat the other one on Nightmare because I didn't know how hard it'd be. Just a reason for me to probably play it again. Yeah, I'll never forget my schedules back in college. I had such robbery. I had like 2 hours in between like a class, and it's like, man, I don't want to. You got nothing else to do. You don't want to drive away and then drive back to the building.
Oh, yeah.
So you just go to study hall, and this is what I was studying.
Yeah, that was worse like when you sign up late.
Yep.
And everyone else was already had their classes.
Yep,
Like,
and
well,
then
we
you
can
get
only
that.
fit you in this.
And it's like, man, that's like 2 hours for the next one, and you had to go to it. The only ones that I hated more than that in college was when we had like a labs, and they're only at like 8 o'clock at night, so you're like stuck at school
That's ridiculous.
forever. Well, that's how it was for me at least. It was ridiculous.
It's crazy with the professor is just working forever.
The professor's like, I don't care. This is my schedule.
You pretty much.
That's how they roll. And I guess if you're a professor, you just do what you want.
Either he's working all damn day, or he's
like, no, I like to come in at
he's
night.
sleeping in.
Yeah. I had some hardcore professors. Like they still had full-time jobs and they taught at night, so they just wanted to be nonstop.
I signed off kind of like halfway through college. It was bad. I still made it through, of course, but
Always helps making through. Yes, I did graduate also.
and I only say of course because my parents helped pay for it, so I wouldn't let that.
I didn't have that.
They would kick my ass if I did.
I'm still paying for mine, I believe.
And I was very fortunate.
Still paying.
So yeah, I was like, I gotta try at least something.
There you go. Yeah, I think we're actually hitting the threshold of getting the farthest ever so far. Nobody's died yet, but I'm chalking it all up to the controller. All about the controller, man. Yeah, this is just something else.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice. Good deal.
So there's a soul sphere down the way.
Yep. Grab the key and then just go straight ahead there.
When you're really gonna need it. And I know there's a secret too if you walk.
Well, yeah, you want to wrap around the end there.
So you might as well grab the armor to do kind of that. I'd like to save the soul sphere like till later. If I'm over 100.
Yeah. And no light amplification there, so that item's just not in the game, because there would have been one there I know of. So and that's an odd item to be missing, because I think the system could have handled brightening the screen. If it's doing lighting that dims, it'd just be like, leave it light when you pick those up, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's another overlooked, or maybe it's another space thing like the music. Oh, what items can we cut out? Cut out light amplification, it's the least.
Or it's a good game to gauge the limitations of the GBA.
Yeah.
You know?
It is questionable.
Yeah, it's...
And if anybody knows any reasons to any of this or has theories, we're more than willing to hear them out, because this is our whole goal here, is for everybody putting their 2 cents about this. Wow. See, and the reason you're getting out of these situations, I think you would have been dead already if you had like a Sega Genesis controller.
Yeah, because that demon would have...
It's all about spinning around them, man. And if you can't spin around them, you're just in trouble.
I wasn't even running either, that's the thing.
No, you can easily just strafe in a circle, and that's kind of how I'm hardwired to play this game. You gotta... always strafed around corners and everything. You didn't do this, you know, stiff left-right only in a corridor. This ain't Wolf 3D.
Good old Wolfenstein.
Yeah. That was one thing that they grew upon.
I gotta go in that one room. I don't know, did they take that away? The one room that's like...
No, you got...
It like opens up, I think probably. Oh, here we go.
There you go.
I think they did though. Just like the other, at the very beginning, when you take a right.
Oh yeah, that's cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, well that's this version anyway, because I remember we got to this level before, and that was cut out again. They just put the key there. You don't walk into the room, because that room was like too intense for any port, really. I don't know any port that has it yet. None of them that we've done certainly doesn't support it. I'm willing to bet Call Money Super Nintendo ain't doing it. I wonder what they would have done in place, because we didn't get that far. We ended at level 5, I remember, on that one.
It's funny when those fireballs are getting shot. I was moving like...
Yeah.
It's like the old commercials.
You get worried about it. You're in the game. Yeah, the graphics are that good. Kyle believes he's there. That's how good the graphics are on the Game Boy Advance, apparently. I think Kyle's just all about this controller.
Overhyped like NES commercials.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's what it was like at the time, though, because nothing else better existed. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's really hard to go from steak to hamburgers.
If you have no comparison, like, you don't know how bad that...
You just don't know any better.
Or how good that steak is.
I think ignorance is bliss is one of the best things you got.
Man. I think I just...
So if you hit that switch, you hit that one, so you gotta like...
Oh, here we go.
Now this was always funny, because on like this port, you can just... I think it was one of them, you can just run out that window.
I always loved the idea of, like, that's where I was.
Yeah.
And now I'm here. I don't know, it just kind of completes. It's like it's like
a full circle.
It's like a Romero genius thing.
Oh, that's everything here, but yeah.
And it also...
Can you run out the window on this one, or no?
Let's find out. And I heard some demons.
There you go, that's the robbery, because if you went back, there's been a whole bunch of guys. So you just skipped all that.
Now
because there should be grates up there, right? In the PC one, there's grates covering that.
Okay.
Are you going to try to change?
Yeah, so
because they're stuck. Actually, that's accurate, too. In the PC, they get stuck there. So, there you go.
We can
there's some accuracy for it.
Exploit our rockets.
Finally. See what those rockets are like. Everything disappeared. They do have the radiation suits. Got that going for you.
Thing is, if you accidentally just hit one of the strafe buttons, you, like, strafe to the right and kill yourself with the...
Oh, yeah. You got to be careful with that.
Alright, so...
There you go. Grab your suit and then you'll be good to do.
Yeah. Oh, this is...
Yep.
Weird. There's like a door here. This is crazy. Whoa.
Oh, you got the blue key. Took you back to there.
Okay.
Where all those guys would be. Right here, I think there's these guys right around.
That is an easy version of the trap.
Yeah.
It's hitting me from there.
Oh, I think it's just a shotgun.
They're brutal. Okay.
There you go.
Reload. Oh yeah, 100%. Beautiful.
Now you're good.
We got the yellow key card.
I can just hop out the window. You ain't gotta like run through all this maze.
I should probably
That's a
go.
nice perk.
Yeah, I should probably go and get the because we're almost done with the level.
Yeah, I know this is about wrapped up.
Let me go get that soul sphere. It was. So there's the yellow key. And this is the part Kevin and I were saying. This,
Yeah,
the PC.
Dead end. That would open up, and then there'd be a humongous room, and the red key would be in the middle. You get trapped in it, and you can't get out until you clear all the guys. So
Exactly.
that's definitely a whole different realm. And I can understand why none of these ports are doing that, because there was a lot of that was like chain gun circling for a while in there. It was a very lethal room for the PC one.
Oh yeah. Classic moment.
We have more ports ahead, and hopefully we'll see it in one of them.
Yes, sir.
But at least these ports are improving as we're going along. They seem to be getting a little bit better. I'm not taking them really in any particular order. I'm just kind of like, give this one a try. So
Yeah, might as well.
next one will be interesting after this, that's for sure.
We're pretty easy going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now what do we got?
New territory here.
There you
No
go.
auto in there.
There we go.
And take him out. Okay.
Good deal. Awesome. Cool.
Stay back here.
Pretty blocky. Pretty blocky that far distance. Yeah, the strategy of this one really is let them come to you. I don't really see me playing as aggressive in this one, just because it kind of seems a little off. It's hard to stay accurate. Just maybe it's, I don't know, the frame rate, the feel style.
Okay. Cleared that area out. Stuff
We
over
got
here.
more friends.
Let's go see what's down here. Okay.
To the left, or I got all these guys up there. I forgot I got this on the side.
Imp in here too. Running around, I heard him.
Yeah, he's to the right. He's right behind us. He's on the left, more opened up.
Okay.
That switch. At least we're able to stay. Yeah, and also on Nightmare, doesn't the damage higher when you get hit?
Supposedly everything, yeah,
I think so.
it's insane. I was like, did I just see that?
Yeah, that's the other secret.
Yeah.
I
go the other way.
I normally enter this always through that route. That's the way I almost always take is that way. I get the soul sphere and come up, and I come to this and I clean it all out.
Because the way
I almost never played the way you did today, which was change of pace.
I never do either. I always come out this part.
Yeah.
Romero was saying something too, like left-handed, right-handed people, they do levels like differently. It's kind of cool.
Kyle's the lefty of the group, so he sees things a little bit different.
A little
than us.
weird.
We need the change. We need the change of pace, though. We don't want two of the same opinion here.
No.
I'm just telling the viewers, if anybody agrees with you, they might as well be left-handed.
Okay.
Yeah, just send stuff into that hot mess.
Yeah, basically. It's actually a good like rocket launcher.
Yeah, we got good. That is a rocket launcher situation. All that old sponge fun. There we go. Armor for you. Oh, guys are still coming up. Watch out for the barrels next to you. Those can classically be a problem.
Wow. Myself a barrel.
Barrels are fun. Now down here is where I believe we wrapped up on one.
Yeah, this is, in my opinion, the hardest part of the whole first episode.
Ooh.
And
Got to see more of your green blood.
really careful here. It's hairy.
Watch out, barrel went behind you. Well, he did it for you. All that.
This part's where it is.
Yep. And now here's the disadvantage. It's hard for you to even have an option to switch your gun if you want. So you just got to pump all those shotgun shots there. Hope for the best. Yeah, you should have enough health, hopefully, to make it for this one.
Right.
Getting there.
Beautiful. Here's someone else.
Yep.
Could be in the other room though.
Nope.
There.
Still more in there.
Yeah, it's close. And
And the worst part is you can't see how many guys you killed because everybody disappeared.
I always hated that too. It just takes away from the coolness of it.
Takes away from like the realism, the accomplishment feeling, the reward.
So much.
It takes away way more than you would think just by having something disappear like that. But for me, might as well rip the music out while you're at it. So, did you hit your switch in there?
Yeah, I think it's switch
Did
time.
you not?
And that's more demons.
Yep. Because it opened up that way.
Yeah, stuck times.
Good.
Looks like we're gonna get past this level, man.
I'll believe it when I'm by the Switch.
We're there, man.
Ain't jinxing nothing. Because this is the where you died in that spot you got mauled. And I think that was, I want to say like 3DO. I think it was 3DO for something. We'll have to look back, but that's my guess.
Butthead would say, we're there, dude.
Exactly. Nice. Nice. All right. Well, we are breaking a record here. We are actually going to level 7.
All right.
Out of all those ports we've done, this is the one. The mobile one is the one we make.
That's what's crazy.
The mobile one. I would have never guessed out of all the ones we played that the mobile one would be the one we get in the farthest.
Nightmare, dude.
And I got to keep the luck going here. There we go. Save. All right. All right. Good old level 7. Good times here. See if anything else is lingering.
Where have you been all our life?
Yeah. Oh, we got a barrel. That out of the way. Poor Kyle. I don't need that happening. Yeah. Ooh, I can see the fireballs kind of coming eventually. Ooh, we didn't dodge that one. That was just my fault.
Some armor up there, that's good.
I thought that was green blood.
Yeah, you never know.
They changed the armor to red. Man! He's got a whole lot of mind to him. I see the guy right there on the edge, finally.
Like hiding.
This guy, we gotta go. Ugh, what else is going on? Finally. Ugh. More guys. There we go. Alright, give me some armor. Give me some ammo. We're gonna make this happen this time. There we go. You know what? This just is not enough. Quick enough. There we go. Good deal.
This is like another level that everyone just loves.
Yeah, no, this is definitely my favorite. It's a level that forces you to learn it, and I think that's why I like that design. Because you better learn it because you're going to be revisiting certain parts of it over and over.
Yep, exactly.
So that's the real charm of this one. That and one of my favorite parts of this level is like when you're going up the stairs and then like on a beam, the guy's coming down and like a. I'll show you when we get there.
Okay.
That's real cool. Because you like activate and walk. Whoa, man.
Damn.
That was a nice cheap shot. Where the heck am I? Oh, all the guys outside are nailing me.
They got good.
I can't see them.
Aiming there.
So the aim is lethal here. Uh-oh. So you got too excited about getting this as the farthest, and now we're going to take a slow stop.
Yeah, we saved it, so that's good.
Yeah, this one does have a save option at least. And I'm assuming that since it saves, you can start exactly with the same stuff that you had and everything. Because I think the Atari Jaguar, you just had the 50 bullets. And Super Nintendo, I think you kept all your stuff when it reloaded. That was a cool like more fair thing to do because everything else was kind of changed. And this one had like a lot of sniper spots in this level, I remember. So
yeah, and actually, this whole area was open in the beginning.
Yeah,
but there was Romero said there was some glitch.
Really?
And so he had to close those walls, but the whole area was supposed to be like you could see everything. Yeah.
Well, I think it's actually kind of cooler the way that it turned out. So things just happen for reasons sometimes.
Yeah, because it makes levels more condensed.
You see more and like locked in.
Yeah.
So, I'm just shooting at something that looks like it's blinking out there. I think Atari 2600's got more detail than that. Alright. Wait till we do the Atari 2600 Doom port. It's got to be better than 3DO. Oh man, this is not looking friendly at all.
There's a Halo for 2600. Maybe there is a Doom.
You never know. A lot of fans like to put it out there. I hate this spot because you can't see them. In the computer one, they can see you.
Up top is a crack.
Yeah, but there's no crack on this one. So crack is whack on this one.
The engine room up there.
Yep. Okay, so I'm trying to think if there's any other good spots that got some health because I'm not doing too hot on this one. All those shotgun guys are just nailing me at that hidden spot out there. I think we got them resolved at least. I'm getting shot at from behind. It's like everywhere you're just getting like picked on. I'm trying to ice these guys. Do myself a favor later in the level. There we go. Finally. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. This was the spot that I was talking about earlier. Like, what's your favorite part? This part, you come up here, and then a guy comes down when you walk upstairs. Yep. Well, it's supposed to.
Pedestal.
Like 10 minutes ago, it was supposed to come down.
Once you get off the stairs, see if it pops.
See, if I would have came up this close, it would have already came down, I think. I'm surprised I can get this far just for that one guy. Oh, there's two more. There is a nice bonus. Good thing he aims about as good as 3DO one. Let's see here. Ugh, more guys. More guys. Oh, it is Nightmare. I gotta remember their version of it.
It's a good rocket area. If you could just switch weapons, like
somebody hitting
fluidly.
Man, that guy up there too.
Yeah, that good aim.
Yeah, their aim is definitely something else. I just want to make sure these guys are all clear before I start. I got picked off in the back. Guy. Well, I used up my life. It's all up to you, Kyle. You're gonna have to be more conservative.
All right.
Make it happen.
So this load.
Oh, to load. It just says press any button to continue. It probably reloads.
It just does it.
Now let's try to load. Actually, that's a good thing because you got your 50 shots. So I think it's start or select start and load. Oh, we're definitely gonna be using it's the bottom one, I believe. Yep. Confirm to the right. And we should be in good shape. There you go.
Cool.
So that is a nice advantage. This one actually saves, and the other ones, did they have passcodes? Or 32X didn't save at all.
I don't
even think the Jaguar saved.
Were there passcodes? I don't remember passcodes.
Super Nintendo didn't save.
It was just kind of like a level by level basis.
This one might be the first one that saved.
Like actual save with memory.
Yeah, like 32X, like you could start any level. It's worth anything.
Or if you died, you start the level you're on with no ammo.
Yeah.
Except the 50 bullets.
Yeah, just your 50 shots.
Which is no ammo, basically.
Pretty much. Might as well start, yeah, my best advice on this one is I was doing okay until I got around to that one window corner. You gotta clear that all out of all those shotgun guys. And since this is so blocky, I wasn't even able to tell that I was getting hit from where. So like, man.
The shotgun guys are always like the worst.
They're like snipers in this.
Because you can't see you can't dodge their shot, and it hurts a lot.
Yeah, you got that barrel right next to you. There you go. Now right here is where I took a real hard dent when I wrapped around there. So just be careful of that.
Just be glad there's not chain gunners from Doom 2.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think this this port would explode with that on it.
Jesus.
But actually, I do have it. Not that we're getting into it, but Doom 2 was ported to this.
Cool.
So they did make it happen, which makes me even wonder more. If they could port an entire Doom 2, why couldn't they port this more properly? I do remember I did beat that one because, you know, it came out, I saw it immediately, was still in college, had to take those long breaks, so... one of the levels in Doom 2 I remember on the Game Boy Advance, it was like an industrial zone level or something. It's like, so, it's the level where you get the secret level to it.
Oh, the Wolfenstein level?
Yeah, you know the level that you have to do to get to that level? It was that level. It's so big, it's split in half in the game.
The O of Destruction.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That one's split in half.
There's 2 levels?
Yep, it's 2 levels. It calls it A and B.
Weird.
A and B of the level because it's too big for the Game Boy. So I'm like, what do you mean B's loading? And then it just takes you... So they cut the level in half to where you hit a switch and exit, and then there's another exit.
Yeah, like when they tested it, they realized the way it's like,
that the thing just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Just could not do it no matter how big. But you know what? I'd rather have a level split in 2 than them to just take it out. Because a lot of ports are like, oh, can't do the level, well, just take it out.
That's like a lazy thing.
Yeah, so I will commend them on their ambition at least to keep it in there.
It's a lot easier just to remove anything.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we just don't need it. And no one's gonna notice.
That's brutal right there, because you got 2 of them.
Wow.
It's a classic. Guys get hit usually that spot. Some of these console versions. This computer I'd shoot with a rocket.
Nice.
There's so much like strategy you can use when you can actually have dexterity as far.
Yeah, no,
you're like limited by the controller basically in the game.
pretty much, and that's why we gotta sit here and prescribe which is the most tolerable out of these situations.
The least limited. These guys get tough out there, man.
Yeah, no, that's where I lost all my health. I just went up to that, and then like 3 of them probably shot at once and just pegged me hard. So that's what I gotta say. You gotta tread extremely light around all these windows. Even here, I was getting shot at. So There's a bunch of guys up there if you get closer. I remember one of the windows were bad.
Corridor down there.
Yeah, like over there. Must have been the other spot, I think, but yeah, he's pushed them off.
Looks like they can't do much.
Wow.
Come on.
Something else.
Got it.
There you go.
Cool. Be so careful. Oh, I saw somebody.
Nice. I didn't even get to go up there yet. There you go.
I knew it would happen too. Shotgun guy has his way.
He's just looking for you. He's just out to see you. Well, play careful. I'm already out of the bag. It's up to you. Whether we get the full episode or not, it's all on Kyle.
That's right.
If Kyle's dead, we're done.
This might be the longest one we've done.
No, it's definitely the farthest.
Like, I don't know if this is probably over an hour, yeah.
Yeah, we pretty much wrapped up around that time. We're gonna find out. And there's all those guys that were annihilating me.
That's when you wish you had the pipe down from Duke.
Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't out yet. The Doom guy. I had to take notes from Duke. Sounds like they're almost killing each other.
They are, yeah.
So
I was just gonna say that.
we keep going back and forth, and there we go.
Okay.
I think you got the. I think the secret to this spot is to get where you were at and let them all get balled up and shoot each other.
Yeah, this guy's sleeping.
There's the
This
blob.
guy's sleeping.
This blob. Well, the other thing is it's more like a PC because you can actually sneak up on them.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the other version, they'd be facing you and you'd be shooting at them already.
Which is another, like, rewarding.
That's another, yeah, exactly. It can actually pays off to sneak around.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the other thing about those other ports, like 32X and Super Nintendo. You can't sneak around nothing. Everything's going to see you immediately.
So you can only look one way.
And it just completely alters the experience of playing the game.
It's a huge
isn't
deal.
accurate.
It's a small thing when
makes
you
a big
think about
impact.
it, but it's actually huge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, that isn't that big a deal when they're programming it until you play the game, and it's like, I can't play this game completely different because there's certain spots in Doom that I'm used to I could sneak around and then do something. You can't do that anymore.
Yeah. So, yeah, and this is nice for corners. You can hide back corners in this one. If you're really careful, you got this guy.
Now, this is where I got sharp shotted, so
Jeez, he hit me too.
there's going to be a guy to that right. That's the one that I didn't see up there, so I almost would run up there and clear a shotgun guy. Him is the one that got me.
It's funny.
Or him.
It's funny because I'm in the same spot.
Yep, exactly. I'm trying to help you not repeat what I did, but we'll see.
At least get a little further.
Yeah. There we go.
So much.
And you're gonna get the same thing from a different guy behind you. You gotta make sure you're clear behind you. It's those guys in that window that you can barely see. Kyle's gonna get cute and start rocket launching through that window.
And like, you have to put in this like thought
you gotta
process.
hold in both
Okay.
of them. Yep, hold in both and
I'm
hit
gonna
up.
go to this
hit
rocket
up.
launcher here.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest problem with this one. Is
Yeah.
changing weapons is terrible.
I'd say yes.
Terrible. I don't know what else they could have done to improve it because I do understand there's limited buttons. But you know what? They should have took a note from Super Nintendo Doom, let you pause the game and change your weapon. Because at least if I could at least pause the game, change my weapon, that would have been more tolerable for me.
I mean, at least you could be ahead of the game instead of scrambling.
Right. There you go.
Okay, that's exactly what I needed. Feels so good to get those little nutty packs.
Yeah, I can wipe your brow.
Alright.
Change up.
Let's do a minigun for a while. We got some ammo.
We got some ammo finally.
Yeah.
I've noticed it's going to be hard to keep up on the ammo for this one.
Minigun is like...
Been burning through the ammo really fast.
Yup.
I can get some armor.
I heard someone. It's like the
It's
activation
probably out
noise.
there in the window.
The activation noise is so the guys like and it just changed everything as far as
There you
gaming
go.
goes. It really did.
Watch the green blood fly.
59. computer, you never get hit with this chainsaw.
Nah, you just if you get up to him soon enough. Uh-oh.
Oh, it's close.
Close.
You got lucky,
He
dude.
could have finished you.
Yep. Absolutely.
Well, he definitely got me beat. You got the red key at least.
It comes down to luck in a lot of this.
Well, it really boils down to you get the good thing about being able to get to see where I messed up and not repeat the mistake.
Sure.
Which is all these guys snuck up on me. I didn't know that they saw me down this whole corridor.
Straggler here too.
Well, I think that opened the door that you passed.
It's a Romero classic, yeah.
Man, open a big door because there's a good chunk of guys down there.
Yeah, there's some ammo there. That's what I was thinking.
I think there's a set of armor in it maybe, and a shotgun shell box or something. It's over there, to the right.
Oh yeah.
Right there. Nope, just shells.
So
I
that's
was wrong. Now that's another thing I want to say in Nightmare they cut down how much ammo is available also. They don't have as much ammo boxes and health packs.
In theory, they probably should.
I want to say, at least reading in the PC version, Nightmare is faster monsters, respawning monsters, less ammo, and less health. I mean, it's all like as challenging as you can make it without making it impossible.
And what's kind of cool is no matter how bad we do, we always played it on super hard.
Yeah, no,
All the stuff that we ever did.
Yeah,
So-
no, we're all about having a challenge. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
makes the game fun and rewarding.
It's not like we're playing on little baby mode.
Yeah, like Wolfenstein taught us, you don't want to be on the baby mode.
Yeah,
You
he's-
play daddy.
The face.
Yeah. when they put a pacifier in a guy's mouth, I'm not playing that level. I'm sorry.
That was amazing.
Just ain't happening.
Yeah.
That one's got a, I think, trigger.
It opens later, yeah. So we gotta go to the red, and then
Yep,
the red you just get the blue.
pretty much.
Yeah. I think it's down here,
Probably up to
turn here, and we should be at our destination.
right there.
Those guys are taking out. Okay, good.
Grab a key, and that key is usually up on top of the ledge, isn't it? It's not sitting on the ground, so that's a little bit different.
Yeah, it's like right.
Yep, it'd be right there. So that's just kind of an odd difference. You're like, I'll throw it on the floor. Now, it probably triggered a room up here, I think, to the left.
Yes, sir.
So keep your eyes peeled and try to help you at least survive. Got your friends.
Jack in the box here.
Nice.
Just popping out.
Nice. Getting there.
Cool. Just need another medipack. Feel good. Keep hearing that guy, man.
I think it's just a mess with you in this one. This one's not even accurate what's going on. I mean,
You don't know.
It's probably like the noise of something else it's supposed to be, but since they're so short on sound effects, let's just make it a monster noise. I ain't gonna notice.
And once you know,
That lazy
It's like-
stuff going the way they did that.
right? Jesus, my bad.
Try to, but the guy behind you pegged you or something. Yeah,
Those guys have really good shots, don't they?
there you go. You gotta be.
Get out of the way. Oh man.
Man. There you go. Slowly but surely.
I don't think there's any health out here. It's even worth getting out of this mess. Come on. Oh, you wasted me.
Level 7 is the limit.
That's it.
And I thought we were going to get to 8 on this one, but
Damn.
hey, regardless, guys, this is the farthest we've gotten so far in our Doom journey, and I gotta say, it was pretty fun and enjoyable considering the constraints of having a mobile version. I mean, after playing this, would you buy the mobile version, or?
Comparatively to a lot of like the other ports,
Yeah.
if I was waiting for 2 hours for a class in college, absolutely.
He's all over it, exactly. No, we think it's pretty good. We usually judge it after all the ports we've done. I'm kind of mixed, dude. Jaguar or this one? Playing on the big screen is what we're judging off of.
Probably Jaguar. Maybe small screen would be interesting to see.
Yeah, that's true. I'm probably Jaguar too, even though that the controls on this are so much better.
Oh, yeah.
But this is hard on the eyes with the thing a little bit. Not that I got a headache from this one, but regardless, the Jaguar is still on top. But this one is still better than 3DO, Super Nintendo-ish kind of. It beats a lot of them for being a small one,
It's
but
impressive for what it is.
definitely. But let us know what you guys think of this one, and we'll talk to you at the next Doom session we have, which will be shortly, I'm sure.
All right.
See ya.